Well, definitely not the outcome that we anticipated or expected. But then again, when you make 5 errors and most of them actually after the error, we probably gave up 8, 9, 10 runs. Not really how we wanted to approach the game and how we wanted to play. Nevertheless, I thought that our team fought back, and then once again we gave it back. We gave a 7-run inning right after we scored 5. So, in order to win ball games, not only do you have to be able to come from behind, but you have to be able to stop the opponent when you score runs. And we preach that, we say that a lot. After we score, the opponent doesn't score, you don't want to give the momentum back, and that's what we did. We made some key mistakes, and our pitching was not up to par today. So, actually a little down for Camacho. He's been our horse. He waited until regional to have one of the worst games, maybe the worst game this year.
Questions for coach and student athletes?
When you look at that 7th inning, you're able to get back into it, reel off these runs with just 2 outs, and there's a little bit of momentum. In your mind, what do you think changed when FSU got to the plate? Because it felt like they were hitting everything in sight, and next thing you know, it's back to being kind of this large deficit for you and your team.
Well, I thought what happened in that inning, if we go back, they score one with a double, and then we have the runner take off at second base, and we threw it away. If we make that play, there's 2 outs, nobody on base, they score 1 run, it's 11-6 ball game. So we're still in the ball game, but of course, making mistakes, making errors, it opens up to a big inning, especially when you're playing a good team. You can't afford to give extra outs, and that's what we did, and of course, we saw the outcome.
Really, you guys didn't make a lot of errors this season overall compared to some other teams. The stage, I mean, any thoughts on?
We can attribute that to a couple of things. Maybe it's stage. Maybe we do have freshmen that are not experienced, and we talked about that. We have been really good because they have made good plays, and they have been in every game. But it comes back to hurt you when they don't have their best game. And unfortunately for Eric, he didn't have a good game. He made 3 errors, if I'm not mistaken. Well, only 2 here somehow. But he didn't make the plays when he needed to, and it opened up for big innings.
You mentioned coming into this that you guys would be comfortable just playing here since you had played here last year. So what do you think changed once you got here? Obviously, of course, it's a good team, but just from your side of things, what do you think changed?
Well, besides making errors, we didn't pitch well. If you look at the first inning, Camacho came out in the first inning, and he didn't command his own. He wasn't his usual self, and actually. And once again, we go back to that first inning. We get a comebacker with a runner first base. It's an easy double play. He misses it, and all of a sudden, once again, I don't know if that was an error or not, but it should have been. You open up a big inning. It happens that way in baseball, and baseball is going to punish you if you make mistakes. And we talk about that often. Our coaching staff says baseball is going to punish you if you don't play the game the right way.
Well, do you feel like those 2 errors from Camacho really just got him completely out of whack at that point? And is that a different kid than you've seen for 3 years? Yeah.
Totally different, of course. And and I don't know what it was. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could be in his mind when that happens. But it threw him off a little bit. And he has had bad first innings traditionally, so I didn't panic myself. I said if he gives up 2 runs, we're still in the ballgame. It's okay, but he couldn't get back on track after he made mistakes.
Coach, what are some things that you try to tell your team when these big run innings are happening? How do you try to keep them engaged and try to get them out of those innings when they happen?
Well, right before we score, and they can contribute to this. Before we score the 5 runs, I got the team in the dugout, and I told them that we have to fight. They got to fight. Let's get back in the ballgame and let's see what happens. And we did so. I mean, not that they did it because I said so, but maybe got them back into the mindset. Okay, we're still in the ballgame, and we did. And then after giving up another 7th spot, it's just kind of demoralizing. And as a baseball coach, there's not a whole lot that you can say. We brought in a new pitcher. Maybe that attributed to that. Maybe it was a bad call on my end. But we got to live with it, and the beauty of it is that we're still in it. We still get to play tomorrow, and if we forget about today, we'll do a little bit better tomorrow.
Yonder, what did you see when you on the home run? What were you kind of looking for at the plate and they give you what you're looking for?
Yeah, 3-2, I was just looking fastball, middle in, and he gave it to me, and I just got to get a piece of it. I honestly didn't think it was going out at first, but then I just noticed the right fielder stopped running, and then that's when I just knew it was over.
At that point, you know, you guys put up that 5 spot. You think you're right back in the game. I mean, what's going on in the
I was actually very excited. I thought we were going to keep going with 2 outs, have a 2-out rally, because we've been doing that all year. Whenever we're down, we just keep fighting, we never give up. And I mean, even though we got finished in the inning, like they got 3 outs, we're like, all right, we can still put up some more runs next inning. But once the errors started happening and they put on more, that just kind of killed the rally mentally.
Chris, what after Camacho comes out of the game? What are you kind of trying to get accomplished with the guys that came in afterward? I mean, what was the game plan?
Just trying to work ahead, stay ahead, and make quality pitches because Camacho didn't have his A game. He was a little erratic all over the place. So just trying to settle Hunter McIntosh down and make sure he's dialed in and making quality pitches. Same with everything else.
Any other questions of student athletes?
Who will you throw tomorrow, Coach? Do you have any idea?
It's between 2 guys. I really couldn't tell you. It's between Alice and Ha right now. So I'll make that decision. Maybe I'll let my assistant coach make that decision since all the decisions that were made today were not up to par.
Okay, thank you all.
Appreciate it.